What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Deal Sports. We are back. Our brother Walt is back in the place to be.
Let's get it. F
Gentlemen,
COVID.
yeah,
Sorry, I just had to get that off my
yeah,
chest. That's why
yeah.
I was out, man. Damn COVID, man. That shit ain't no
You
joke, bro.
know, just gotta protect yourself at all
No, it
times.
wasn't my fault though. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It was my damn daughter's fault because her damn school don't mandate them damn masks. So the first week she went back to school, I got the shit. So to you damn, I ain't gonna put the school name out there, but to you
What is it
damn
like?
teachers,
What is it like? The Cleveland School District or something?
no, this is actually supposed to be one of the top schools in Cleveland. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Beechwood.
I,
Y'all need to mandate.
Boy, I thought you were about to say something.
Y'all need to mandate them damn masks, bro.
I
Because
was
this
gonna
is
be like, John, cut it.
yeah,
We're done for the night.
my daughter went back 1 week into her damn school year, and she already caught the shit, and brought the shit home.
Dang,
I don't appreciate
that's
that.
crazy. Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
that's my rant. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's good to be back. I missed y'all. JT, sir, I appreciate you holding it down for me. You know, we always willing to have you on this damn show no matter what, no matter when, bro. Welcome back
100%.
anytime, G.
100%. 100%. John, how you doing, bro?
I ain't got COVID yet, so I'm still doing good. We'll see.
So out of these 3 years, you've never had COVID yet. Like
Not
since it's
yet.
been
So I'm still holding out. Like I'm
that's
still
some
holding
good.
out that I don't visit Beechwood, and
I avoided it all the way up until this year. All the way up until this year. I avoided it up until this year. I'm
Wow.
pissed.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
but I'm
So,
doing pretty good. I was actually listening to a comedian the other day. I think he opened with that. He goes, "How was y'all's pandemic?" And then he said, "I got COVID right now," and the whole crowd was like, "Wait, what?"
I would have been like, up, about to go.
Like, you know what? I think it's time to go.
What's that SpongeBob meme? All right, I'm going to head out. Yeah. Fuck
Yeah, I ain't
Man,
gonna do
why-
all that. Like I said,
you know,
I did my quarantining already, my 7 days or however long you had to do. So I'm all good now, man. So
That's good. That's good. So, gentlemen, let's get right into it. Aaron Judge, Mr. 49 home runs, closes gap on Roger Maris' 61 home runs record. We're going to start with you, John. Do you think Mr. Judge can get the record?
do I think he can? Yes,
Yes.
definitely. I it's amazing. This is amazing because we haven't had now again. He hasn't done it yet, but we haven't had anyone hit 60 since 2001.
Wow.
So I mean, this just to hit 60 alone, But I mean, the record is 61, so not a lot of people have done it ever. But I'm just saying, even though we had three guys come along and just break 60, I think Sosa got close. He might have broken 60, and then of course, Barry Bonds just broke it wide open. But no one's done it even 21 years, let alone all history. So gotten to 60. So if he can hit 60, that's impressive. But man, I really hope he goes for 62. Aaron Judge deserves it, man. I mean, this dude's he's a workhorse, and so I mean, he stays in shape, man. A lot of your batters, a lot of your sluggers, you look at them late, and I know he's Judge still young, but you look at them down the stretch, man. They really pack on the pounds. They can barely run the bases. This guy, man, he stays in shape, and so he deserves, to get close, if not to break it, for sure.
Right. 100%. I agree. What you got on the wall?
um I mean, honestly, it's with me. I'm not really too much of a big baseball guy. Like we just discussing this off air. I'm not really into baseball until October. But to see somebody that's possibly close to breaking that 61 throughout the season, that's kind of making me interested in baseball. Actually, watching it a little bit more, I should say. And actually, Aaron Judge is actually one of my favorite players. Honestly. I'm not just a Yankee fan because LeBron is a Yankees fan, but I've been a Yankees fan due back from Derek Jeter days, Jason Giambi, you know, back in the day, Yankees, Derek Jeter, that was probably one of my, favorite baseball players of all time. But Yeah, just to actually, like John was saying, just to actually see somebody possibly come close to 60, because like he said, no one's came close to 60 since the early 2000s. And Aaron Judge, I think he's what, number 140. He's got 49 right now, and the
Yeah,
second person behind him is Kyle Schwarber with 35. So I mean, honestly, it just looks like it's a pretty much a runaway at this
yeah.
point. And yeah, just like I said, if he can possibly do it, I think they only have like maybe a month and a half left of baseball, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, it's definitely possible. So he's only 11 away. I'm sorry, 12. So it's definitely possible to do.
Hey, by the way, how genius are the Cubs for letting Kyle Schwarber go?
I don't think they just let him go. I just think it was like maybe a money issue. I don't know.
They're the Cubs.
Man, you make it happen. Come on, man. You don't let Kyle Schwarber go. You just don't, man.
I mean, they let a lot of the good players go though after they won that championship in 2016 though, which was definitely surprising to me. But
idiots.
Like
They are, man. They're idiots. But anyway, back to Aaron Judge.
I mean, honestly, like I said, I mean that's their call. I could care less, after Cubs because they beat us in 2016 when we was supposed to win the World Series. But that's all good. Ain't no hard feelings my way. I'm lying. But yeah, that's if he breaks it, he breaks it. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure he's not just worried about breaking a home run record. I'm sure he's more worried about bringing the pennant back to New York. So
Yeah, 100%. And I honestly feel like though with the Yankees, I mean, you do want to get that record, but you also want to win. You want to, the Yankee tradition is we win in October. We win championships. Like if anybody's been watching the captain, the thing about Derek Jeter, they did a lot of that when he was playing, and now it's the Aaron Judge, John Carlos Stanton. It's their turn. Hey, y'all got to bring one home. All this, record breaking, all that don't mean nothing. It's almost like playing for the Lakers. We don't care if you average 100 triple double. If you ain't winning no championship, it don't matter. So I think if it whatever it takes, if he got to keep hitting home runs for them to win, they'll take it. But I think they're really looking forward to October.
Yeah, I mean, still, the record would be nice, man. It really would be cool to see. Like, Yankee, here's the problem was like a lot of these guys who are finding success is on teams that already have a large fan base and it's going nowhere. The problem is like who needs this is like the Marlins or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, because the Yankees, this isn't going to bring eyes to baseball in a sense because Yankees fans already watch. Cardinals fans, right? With Albert Pujols doing this chase for 700 right now. Cardinals fans are already watching, whether he's playing or not. So, like, that's the thing is, these are all-time great records they're chasing, and yet I don't know if it's actually helping baseball. Like, you're gonna unless someone out there doesn't have a team yet, and maybe they become a Yankees fan because of Aaron Judge or something like that. But I don't. But I mean, these are pretty cool stats, and hopefully it helps baseball a little. I mean, baseball would do fine without me, whatever. But we're hyping them. But still, yeah, it is great for people who enjoy baseball. Like it's good to see this kind of stuff come back to the game.
I was just about to say, with all that money that the baseball be handing out, I'm sure they don't give a damn about what team he on, honestly. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they gonna end up, getting their money anyway. And like you said, the normal fans that's already watching are going to be watching. I feel like the new fans really don't watch until like me, October. So 162 games, that's a lot of damn games. I'm sorry.
He's a young guy. He just turned 30 back in I want to say April. So and I didn't realize how big he was. They say he's 6'7", 280.
Yeah, 6'6", 6'7". Yeah.
Yeah, he
Huge.
you're a defensive end, a big tight end, and
he's in the gym too. So I mean, he's crazy.
Yeah,
a lot of your great hitters just had great hand-eye coordination with some strength. This dude is big. I mean, he is. So to a lot of guys that big don't have great hand-eye coordination or speed or whatever. And this dude has it all, man. Aaron Judge is. He probably could play almost any sport. I mean, for real.
Yeah. So, Aaron, We hope you get it, and we also hope you bring the Yankees back a championship.
So does he make it?
I think he does.
I think he can get it unless they start walking him. That
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
That might be the only way he don't get it.
I also think there's a lot of people out there. I know pitchers, you don't want home runs hit off you, but there's a lot of guys out there that they know this is good for their sport, and they
but
might,
you never
I'm not
want to
saying
be
they'll
the
give up
guy.
home runs.
You never want to be that guy.
No, I'm not saying they'll give up home runs, but they're probably also not going to try to walk him. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing: it's good for them if they strike him out, and it's also good for the game if he gets it. But if you just walk this dude the rest of the season, that's just bad. That's bad for baseball. That's bad for
in the history book says, that's John. Aaron Judge hit 3 home runs.
You're also the guy who walked Aaron Judge 3 times in a game. So either way,
either way, stop. These are high level athletes. You never want no record broke on you. That's just not what they want to do.
Nah, Brett Favre's famous for handing Michael Strahan that record. Like they were buds. You know what I mean?
But I'm pretty sure if it was 2 minutes left, Brett Favre would have maneuvered that shit.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Do you really think that he cares the record broken off him? I'm saying if you're
a lot of them do.
If you're up 11-4 on the Yankees, I can see him throwing some across the plate to this guy. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you ain't gonna come back and win. But I will say this: I don't think Albert Pujols is gonna break 700 this year, and I don't think he's coming back next year. I don't know how badly he wanted it because he's only played like 80 games this year. Like, they're 120, 130 games in the season. So I don't know how badly maybe he didn't think he was going to get it. But this dude had 7 home runs through 68 games. And then he hit 7 home runs in 10 games. So I don't know if he talked to Tatis or something, my guy Tatis or something.
What is he only like 8 away, right? Or like 7?
He's 7 away, but there's only like 40 games left, so.
Oh yeah, if he can't get 7 home runs in the 40 games, bro, it's something. I definitely feel like he's gonna get them 7 home runs within those 40 games.
They're giving him a 10% chance to get it, but he did just hit 7 and 10. Well, he just hit 7 and 10 games after only hitting 7 through 70 games. So, we'll see. We'll see what kind of streak he goes on. But I give him an outside chance. But I think Aaron Judge gets it done.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wanted to have some late season antics or something. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna close out the season.
42, man. He's 42. Like
I'm just saying.
Have you seen him run the bases lately? It's not entertaining. It's not entertaining.
Stop. He's never been like no damn Speedy Gonzalez. He's always been, I'm hitting it out the park and I'm gonna jog my ass around.
He could run bases when he was young. 20 years ago, he could run bases.
He like, look, I'm trying to knock it out the park. Take my stroll, go sit my ass down. I ain't got But in other news, Aaron Donald will face discipline from within the Rams organization only after the fight.
Sorry, I worded that weirdly.
No, it's all right. No, it's okay.
You will face discipline from within the Rams organization only.
Yeah.
So
that's not good.
So apparently, the NFL governs all the rules of these practices, but they don't actually govern the discipline somehow. So
it was crazy though. Like my man was like swinging helmets.
This is why I got a question for our Browns fan over here. After seeing how Myles Garrett got treated, what do you think about the 2-helmet combo? Taking the 2-helmet combo to the head, not with no discipline. Probably.
Wait, before you answer that, what was his suspension after he did
6 games?
Oh, he got 6. Okay.
And now the only reason he got them 6 games is because it was in a game. I feel like that's the only reason why Myles Garrett got those games. Aaron Donald, they usually, I don't think of course the NFL is not going to do much because it would be in a practice and stuff like that or whatever. And I'm not really sure. I didn't really get to see the entire video. All I just seen was Aaron Donald just, I guess he took helmet off of one dude and a helmet off the other dude, and he just got to swinging.
My thing with that is, how the hell do you manage to take not only 1 but 2?
I was just about to ask that question too. Like, bro, like, how do you let this grown ass man take off?
Why is your chest strap not buckled,
like, hey, let me get this one too. So it's just like that just goes to show you, like, that boy Aaron Donald, man. I don't think I would even want to fight him at all. Like, seriously. But I mean, just to answer your question though, I mean, I'm not too mad about it only because of the fact of, like I said, one was in a game and one was in a practice. So and it was kind of like a national televised game as well. So I think the NFL,
wasn't it like a Monday night?
I think it was like a Monday or Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
so I mean, I feel like the NFL had to do something about that. You know what I'm saying? Then especially with it being, you know, I guess what us getting ready to win, I think we just blowing them out too or whatever, something like that too. So no, I'm not too upset about.
John, you see, he had to throw that in there. We was blowing them out too. So, you know.
I'm just stating the facts though. That's all.
Did he make contact with Mason Rudolph's head, or was it just an empty swing?
I think he like brushed his head.
He brushed him, but it was like if he would have made contact, it would have been a lot worse because of the fact of he didn't have.
Is a lot. I mean, they just almost gave Deshaun 6, and like that was like a lot. You know what I mean? They were acting like 6 was a lot to give him. So I'm just saying, like, anytime a player gets in trouble, like 6 is what they kind of, you know, the max they give them. Unless you're apparently Calvin Ridley, then they just suspend you indefinitely, which I think is still ridiculous, but whatever. Like, so I mean, I was surprised 6. You know, they were acting like he was super violent for what he did, and I was like, y'all talking crazy. Like, I didn't think what he did.
What my opinion about the whole thing is though, whatever it was though, because you never really see Aaron Donald act out like that. So whatever it was, it had to really piss him off to where towards like one of the Bengals or something had to go overboard. I mean, that's just my personal opinion because like I said, throughout Aaron Donald's whole career of, you know what I'm saying, I've never really seen him act out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen him.
You got to think Aaron Donald is a quote unquote small man playing a big man position. He's like 6 feet. No, just listen. Hold on. So a lot of times I think with these taller linemen, 6'4", 6, they like he little. So you know you try to oppose your will, and Aaron like, bro, this ain't that. I know I'm 6 foot, but don't play me.
But that's what
I think that's what he has to prove himself a lot because people like. You little.
He's Aaron Donald. He ain't got shit to prove. He's Aaron.
Like I said earlier, these are professional athletes. They don't care.
My name brings value to a team. What is your name doing? Nothing.
You think the Bengals give a damn about that? Dude, they like, bro, you're a professional just like me. We put on our clothes the same way.
All that, but that's what I'm saying. It had to be one of the Bengals pissing him off to where towards he had to go outside the box like that. But I mean, bro, Aaron Donald's name carries weight. He ain't got nothing to prove to no other lineman, regardless of how tall or big he is.
Carries weight, but these linemen still have a job, and their job is to stop 99.
And they still can't stop him.
They don't care. It's like playing Tom Brady. Don't nobody care what you done did in the past. I'm trying to do my job today.
I just did this a couple months ago.
I'll say this. Aaron Donald, like, I won't say they can't stop him. I mean, you're talking about a position.
Stop that man.
You're talking about a position where a dude will stop you 50 times, and then you get by him once, and they just go nuts on TV because you got by him and sacked the QB. Exactly. Aaron Donald is the greatest of that, but these offensive linemen are not getting. I know they get their little blurb, you know, like here and there, like, hey, the big guys up front did their job today, but really, like, these guys don't get enough credit. They're definitely underpaid. Like, these dudes stop these defensive linemen 50, 60 times a game, and then they get by once, and it's like that's the hero of the game because he got one sack. Even though you might sack him on first and make it 2nd and 17, and then they throw a 18-yard pass and get another first down, and your sack is erased just like that. Still, those sacks, like, you know, they show on the stat sheet like sacks, and these linemen don't get no stats. So I do understand these linemen too, is like they are sitting there feeling like we don't get the credit for what we do, and every time you get by us, you get all this credit. But Aaron Donald is the greatest, man. He does it better than anyone.
Like this, he wasn't really impactful in the Super Bowl until one of the linemen tried to bully him. They got into a scuffle, and then he went and dominated. So who's to say that?
I mean, they were
about to say that whole second half, Aaron Donald was pretty much kind of
exactly.
No.
He stepped up when it count, though. I mean, he doesn't have to do much in the first half, as long as he steps up in the second half.
they were double and triple teaming him in the
Oh,
first half.
and
And
I was
the
just
only-
I'm saying.
And the only reason he went off in the second half is because they finally had to pay attention to Von Miller, and they said we can't just ignore Von Miller to double triple team this guy. And then when they stopped double teaming Aaron, he picked them apart. So like that, he was having an impact in the first half. You didn't see it on the stat sheet, but he was because
But
he was
all right, well, I'll put it like this.
things for Von
He
Miller.
wasn't impactful, and he was getting irritated. And then
He
when
was
dudes tried to
impactful.
bully, just listen, Linda, relax. That's all I'm saying. Who's to say that Sam Lyman that pissed him off in the Super Bowl still ain't got smoke for him now? Right? He said something on the low. He still ain't shit or something. We all know how this works. When you at the court, you don't care how many points dude done put up. We all say he ain't gonna do it to me. So let's not act like professional athletes don't have that same demeanor. Let's just be real about it.
I get it, but my thing is, if I'm Aaron Donald, it had to be something extreme. Like I'm talking about, they had to say something about his mama, his wife, or something. But why would he even care about something that this dude did from last year? And I just won a Super Bowl a couple months ago. Why,
Bro,
I really
they just played each other in the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
The Bengals still probably feel some type of way. The Rams probably still talking crazy. Like, y'all still ain't shit. Y'all ain't winning the Super Bowl. Like, come on, bro. We've heard it before. Let's not. Come on, bro. Aaron Donald probably was like, I won a Super Bowl. You didn't. Y'all still snake bitten or something crazy. And dude probably like, well, F you, Donald. And tried to low bro him. And then Aaron like, look, this ain't that. Took his helmet off. Started swinging. It's, come on, bro.
It's amazing to think Aaron Donald might be smaller than people, because if he took those two helmets to my head, my head would have popped like a pimple, man. Like between them helmets, like.
And that's what I'm saying. He might be a short guy, but dude, he's
strong. Yeah,
he's swole out here, though. You feel me?
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, that little man syndrome. I don't think he's having that, in my opinion. Like, I mean, why do you need to? I don't know.
I don't think he struggles from little man syndrome.
I don't think he struggles from the little man syndrome either. But I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, Aaron Donald at the end of the day,
enough of them. I'm trying to tell you, they be
at the
trying
end of
to
the day,
overgrow him.
it was practice.
This ain't that.
It was practice, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's not like it was in the real game. Joint practices usually, I won't say all joint practices kind of end up like that, but some type of scuffle between pops up in joint practices because of the fact that these two different teams and y'all competitive, like Nico was saying. It's just,
and they both just came up. They just played each other in the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
What do you consider a proper discipline for something like this? Because let's just say he had made contact with someone, right? Like we're saying that it's nothing because he didn't make contact, but if he had made contact.
But let's be real though, the majority of these practices we never really get to see though. It just so happened some guy was there with a camera or whoever was recording, and we just actually seen this one. So I'm sure it's been worse shit that's been happening in practice, way worse than this. This just so happened to get caught on camera. So, I mean,
I think that this one should be decided on by players probably. Like, listen, if you had done this or if this had happened to you, how would you, what kind of, like that kind of thing. But, because here's the thing, it's one of those things where, like, it happens in practice, and even if you're the player who's getting swung at, like, you ain't going to go talk about it, and whatever happened, moving on. But if you did get hit, and, that's a life-changing thing right there. I mean, get hit in the helmet, hitting the head with a helmet. That's what I'm saying. I'd tell you leave it up to the players to decide this kind of stuff.
At most, they'll fine him.
I was just about to say,
because he matters too much to that defense. And you playing the Bills' first game of the year.
The Rams aren't going to suspend him. That would be stupid.
That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Listen,
I'm agreeing with you. I'm
they're
saying,
just gonna find him. It's gonna be like, a meal or something. Who knows? Or whatever. But
give us some of that contract back. Hey, before we move on, Serena Williams is up 5-3. Maybe she could win the first set here. We'll see.
Did you guys see that movie? I just seen that movie for like the first time, like last week. It was a really good movie.
King Richard.
King Richard.
Oh,
that was a really good movie. Really good movie.
It was very inspirational.
Definitely.
But gentlemen, let's head to the association.
I didn't Will go slap someone after that movie? We were talking about winning. Talking about winning.
Talk about it.
No, but he was talking about.
We don't recall. You can't talk about it.
You're talking about Aaron Donald just won a Super Bowl, and then what would cause him to do this? You don't know. Maybe he did say something about his wife. Who knows?
It could be, but we're not talking about it.
I'm not even about to speak on this.
Yeah, 100%. Patrick Beverly is with his new team, the Los Angeles Lakers. But we all know he has had beef with a former teammate, Mr. Russell Westbrook. I think, honestly, guys, on this one, they're going to let bygones be bygones. Because now you teammates. You ain't got, Russ, he could feel some type of way because Pat Bev could have cost him his career. But, I think Russ is now, he like, hey, that was the past. We're teammates now. We may move forward. Keyword, may. I don't know. That is what it is. What you got on the wall? Because I see you making faces. What you got?
I'm just made the face just the fact that you said this one player ruined his career. But,
No, I say it could have. Because think about it. Go for his leg.
Yeah, but, that was what? Years ago, and then he's had his bounce back has already been crazy in my opinion.
He still could have tore ACL. I think he did tear ACL.
I guess. I guess.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Honestly, I like the pickup on the Lakers side, because it adds a dog that they didn't have. And not saying that LeBron is not a dog, but it's just like Patrick Beverly is like that, a different dog, meaning like, you know what I'm saying? You like him when he's on your team, but you hate him if he ain't on your team. You feel me?
Exactly.
So it's like he's like one of those role players, like he's gonna do all the dirty work, you know what I'm saying? Hustling on the floor, diving for the ball, you know what I'm saying, taking the charges, all the stuff that other people don't want to do. So I like the pickup. Now can him and Russ work it out? I'm not sure. There's been talking about, now this is a possibility that Russ is going to be getting up out of here now because Pat Beverly's here. This big talk for some reason. I don't know. I guess they're trying to cherry him to possibly Indiana, which I feel like is the only move that they probably can make right now is Indiana, but it's really
that wouldn't be a bad move, though.
It wouldn't, but that's what I'm saying. It's just the fact that is Indiana going to actually jump the gun, though, to actually want to pay him that $47 million. I don't know, but it could work out. It could definitely work out. I know it sounds crazy, but it could definitely work out. I really feel like as crazy as this sounds, Patrick Beverly really could possibly like help Russ in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like help him develop that supposedly dog mentality he thinks he has, but he doesn't have. So
yeah.
I think it really can help him elevate his game, though, because like I said, Patrick Beverly can affect the game without even scoring in a good way. So it's so much he can do without even having to score the rock. It's just he's a great role player. So to answer John's question, can him and Russell Westbrook work out? Possible. If you want to win, you ain't gonna have no choice. So, but I just at the end of the day, the Lakers still got some moves to make before I can even say they're going to be a championship caliber team. So I'm just going to end my statement on that.
What you got, John?
This is good for both these guys because both these guys have a lot of beef with a lot of people. So this is good at this point in their careers to be squashing at least one beef. Maybe they can. Maybe it gets worse. But these guys are both 34 years old now. So you got age in your front court. So you just lose Horton.
Taylor Horton Tucker.
Yeah, could have been key piece, but they're believing that Pat Bev's going to be better, make them better. So you got names. You got a lot of names on this roster. I still think people are not counting out healthy AD. I think healthy AD is going to change. It's going to give this team a whole new look that people just forgot about.
We didn't forget about it. It's just the fact that we're just waiting to see if he can stay healthy this year. That's the only thing.
I agree, and that's a fair criticism. But I mean, Westbrook, right? Westbrook, if there is a game to be played, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be healthy. And so you want more production from him, but you want one guy to stay healthy. You want your really talented player to stay healthy. You want your aggressive guy to maybe, he's already your healthy guy to like maybe dial it back and become more team oriented. So you're asking a lot for people who haven't been able to do these two things their whole careers, right? One can't be able to stay healthy. The other one hasn't really been team focused. So I don't know how Pat Bev changed that, because I don't know that you put Pat starts every game he plays. Like, Pat don't come off the bench either. So you got two guys who are both starters. You're going to ask either one of them to come off the bench, or you're going to start them both with LeBron also playing point half the time. You got 3 point guards on that team. Like, it's going to be there's going to have to just be some egos checked at the door. That's all I'm saying. And that's where it's going to come down to Darvin Ham. That's why I say this team ride or dies really with Darvin Ham. I mean, the key thing is, AD has to be healthy, but Darvin Ham, he's got to be a coach, man. He can't be a player's friend. You know what I mean? He can't be he can do that on the side, but he's got to be a coach when they're on the court, and that's what's really going to matter.
But last thing, I think Pat Bev, more so than Russ, is that guy that will do anything to win. Like, if you be like, hey, I just need you, I don't care if he go for 30. I just need him to take 40 shots to get it. I think Pat Bev is more reliable to, do what what the team needs, more so than Russ. I think Russ is still trying to figure it out, but I think for Russ, you got to know, hey, if it ain't working with LeBron, you don't have LeBron, Harden, Katie. If you can't win with LeBron, you can't win with nobody. I'm not saying, Bron is the easiest to work with, but, usually when people just, do what he needs them to do, you're better for it. And, you become a champion.
And I hate to say it, I will say, AD is definitely a key piece for sure in the Lakers' success. But honestly, what they do with Russ is definitely a key piece. What the Lakers going to do, whether that's either letting him go or him actually being I want to say a grown man and just taking that sacrifice actually and just doing what the team needs you to do, regardless if it's starting, coming off the bench, whatever, man. But I just feel like going back to that ego checking thing, I feel like Russ needs to check his fucking ego. Like, real talk. Like, his ego is like beyond this world. And just like, he still thinks literally like he's the best player in the world or something like that. I don't know where the hell he's getting that from. His entourage, I don't know who the hell is telling him this, but we go as far as Russell Westbrook go, and I hate to say it, man. Like, that's either if we get rid of him or if he can take a sacrifice of doing something other than just trying to do whatever the hell he was doing last year, because that shit did not work at all. So if anybody needs to switch something up, it's Westbrook. I'm sorry.
And real quick, John, before you go, you got to really look at it too. LeBron is a loyal person. If you one of them teammates that he can go into a dog fight with, you gonna get paid. So I think if Pat Bev, I mean, look at everybody he's been with before. They might not have had the same point average and things like that, but I mean, you get paid in the end. Look at Tristan Thompson. People put Kyrie on a higher platform, due to his ring with LeBron. So it's like, bruh, it's really a win-win. You win a ring and you also are on a higher scale, upper echelon of players. Just do what Bron needs. I mean, that's really what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Westbrook and go.
No, I was just about to say, because LeBron gonna get you to them. He gonna get you to the promised land. You just need help getting there. You feel me? Like, because once he
your job.
Once he get there, we all know the playoff Bron is a different type of beast, man.
It's like playing for the Patriots. Just do your job.
Just do your job, man. All LeBron is asking is just to get him to the playoffs. Once he gets you to the playoffs, he got the rest, man. I won't say he got the rest, but he knows the formula of getting the shit done.
Yeah, 100%.
Go ahead, John. My fault.
No, you good. I I do agree with that for the most part. I'll just say, like, Pat Bev and Westbrook both just shot their career. Well, not career for Westbrook, but one of the worst 3-point shooting they've had. Pat was the worst of his career. Westbrook, was a dip from what he's been doing. So you got two guards who I think we'll see. Maybe Pat comes back up a little bit, but I don't know if he can get where he used to be. So you got two guards who are declining at age, or increasing at age, declining at 3-point shooting. And, and Darvin Ham said his expectations for Westbrook are 3 and D. He said he wants a lot of corner threes and the best defense of Westbrook's career. He says he's asking a lot from Westbrook to play defense this year. I believe in Westbrook to do it a little bit. I really do. But, also he's got to hit them corner threes. I know he said, like, a couple years ago, they said I couldn't pass. I went and led the league in assists. They said I couldn't do this. And so when they asked him about his threes, he said, I'll figure out how to do that too. Well, he hasn't. So that's still plaguing him. We'll see. But, we'll see where that goes. But there's a lot of pressure on him to figure out how to shoot some threes, man, because if Darvin Ham's really expecting that. But I don't know, man. You got LeBron hasn't played 60 games in 3 years. Pat Bev hasn't played 60 games in almost 5 years, I believe. Like, Westbrook is the one that's staying healthy. And so, like, I agree. I do agree a lot about his. I mean, I said it already. He's got to check his ego at the door, and he's got to become more team oriented. Because here's the thing: you talk about guys who are willing to do it all. After he gets his triple double, Westbrook is one of the greatest players on the planet. But when he's chasing that triple, like when he's at 22, 10, and 9, you don't know what's about to happen. But the second he gets 22, 10, and 10, there's only a handful of players I want over him down the rest of the stretch of the game. Like, this dude has closed out a lot of games in his career after he gets his triple double. It's those chasing triple doubles is when he is also the worst player on the planet. And so it's just, you got to stop the triple doubles. It's got to stop. You're not getting any this year. If you're close to one, we'll help you get it. But we're not letting you chase any triple doubles. That has to stop. That has to be checked at the door.
I was about to say, I mean, yeah, he can be chasing triple doubles. He could be effective and healthy as he won't. But at the end of the day, he's not bringing anything to the table. We're not getting any dubs, regardless if he is staying healthy. So that's why I say, yeah, AD is definitely our key to go to, if you know what I'm saying, key if we want to go anywhere. But also Westbrook, I just really don't see how you have somebody be a 3-and-D player when they were leaving him open the entire season last year, and he still couldn't make an open damn three. So I just can't imagine what's going to be the difference this year. Like,
right, you're asking him to play 3-and-D, two things he has not done.
I just don't see how he's going to be, you know what I'm saying, effective on the 3-point line. So, I mean, and go back to also what you said, the difference between Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverly was Westbrook was actually open. Beverly is not. He wasn't open. He's going to have more opportunities to get open this year playing alongside LeBron. So, I mean, I can see his 3-point percentage going up. So
last question before you close out then, do they have to trade Westbrook? Is that the only option they have?
I feel so. And just going back to what I said, they have to trade him to Indianapolis. I mean, to the Pacers. I feel like that's probably the best bet. I mean, best suit to possibly either try to get Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, and whoever else they could possibly get in that package deal. But I feel like they have to go and trade him to the Pacers. I just feel like that's the only team that's going to probably take on his $47 million and pretty much, I guess, start over, I guess, because of the fact of it's just going to be Westbrook there, I think, and maybe a couple other players from like the Kings, but whatever. Well, anyways, we appreciate y'all joining Real Deal Sports tonight. It was full of topics. I guess we were talking a whole bunch of errands tonight. So, like I said, we appreciate y'all watching Real Deal Sports. It's your boy, Big Watt. It was good to be back. My boy Nico Suave, looking suave in the mofo. John, hardest working man in showbiz. And to go back to what you were saying when I was taking you out before, I think I was saying like the hardest, like the coldest white boy in the game or something like that. But I can't. When you say, I forgot what you were saying when JT was on. But I think I'm glad I did switch it over to the hardest working man in showbiz.
No, it was my wife asked, "Is that a good thing, being the coldest man in the game?" And I told her it's better than him telling me that I'm the hottest man.
Okay, yeah, that's what you said. I mean, I don't think I could ever call you hot. No disrespect like that. I love women. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just glad I changed that up though. You were the hardest working man in showbiz. So yeah, it's been tonight's show, man. I appreciate y'all joining us. Share, like, subscribe, and join us next time.